Shani-Dev Saturn rules mining. Conflux Network has announced an EVM compatible Bitcoin Layer 2 solution. Things are already getting interesting. This actually reminds me of a prediction I made in the ETHEREUM by 2026 book, where a deep fusion between Ethereum and Bitcoin becomes apparent in the first part of 2025. If you are a high net worth investor, then you might want to get yourself a copy of this book, ETHEREUM by 2026, on ShiningBull.com. But back to Conflux. Conflux's Bitcoin Layer 2 will have its gas fees paid in Bitcoin and will facilitate bridging various assets from Bitcoin onto Conflux's Bitcoin Layer 2, where it looks like staking Bitcoin will also be happening. Conflux's POS consensus itself will act as an oracle that is able to provide Bitcoin metadata so that its on-chain smart contracts will have real-time access to events such as inscriptions being made on Bitcoin itself. In fact, reading their Medium article where they go into details on their tech, I myself am getting super interested in this. I will try and add a link to their article in the description section of this episode of our Saturn Crypto podcast, and would like to ask any of you who might have information as to projects similar to Conflux to please comment about them below. Conflux aims to launch their testnet in February or March and their mainnet in May. Now, March 23rd is when Shani-Dev Saturn enters into their retrograde shadow. So from March 23rd all the way until Tuesday, February 18th of 2025, which is almost a full year, Conflux, and that's when, so February 18th, 2025 is when Shani-Dev exits the retrograde zone where they would have retrograded through and come back forward into. So anyway, what that means is that beginning February 18th, 2025 onwards, Conflux and any projects like them pushing the Bitcoin Layer 2 limits are going to be on solid footing. So I would say that I have just given you some decent crypto astro alpha here. And again, for those of you who are professional investors, I recommend checking out my Bitcoin by 2026 and my Ethereum by 2026 books available on ShiningBull.com. This was the Saturn Crypto Podcast.